Hi, Maria. Good to see you.
Sorry. I am not sure if I joined correctly because it was asking if
We are now also live on Facebook. That always takes me some time, but it's working, so that's good news. Hi, Artur. Good to see you on the call. Very good. Natalia is also there. So let's start. Let's kick it off. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining this Power Up call. I don't know how it is in your place, but here in Munich, it's beautiful weather, and especially then you taking the time to join us. We really appreciate it. Let me quickly share my screen with you. Where is it? It's right there. The Power Up call, let me go to presentation mode. Of course, it's time to turn it up. This is what we will be sharing with you today. And of course, we have to talk about Ascent because we just got back I got back on Sunday. Some associates are still in Cyprus, and we want to share some experiences with you. And this is also why we have Maria on the call, because she was there. So I'm looking forward to hear from her. I briefly want to touch base on our 2022 conference and also ELT, always important to mention. I have some updates regarding that one for you also. And then we would like to introduce the ASEA Europe Beauty Ambassadors. And on this call, we have Natalia Serabriakova, employee at ASEA, joining in from Paris to talk about this. And last but not least, I just want to refresh your memory about ASEA Impact, which is a blog that we have. And I am wondering if everyone is following in this blog and reads our articles, because our marketing department is posting some really nice blogs there. But let's start with Ascent. And here you can see a photo that we took at the recognition dinner. We ended the trip to Cyprus with a recognition dinner on a beautiful golf resort, beautiful scenery. Yeah, just an amazing couple of days that we had there. And on this call, we have Maria. Sorry, Maria, I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty to steal this photo from your Facebook page. My apologies. Without copyrights, I did it. I hope you don't mind. But Maria from Ireland, Gold Executive, qualified for Ascent. And I would love, I will stop sharing my screen so we can see you. I would love to ask you some questions, but mostly ask you to share your experiences. If I'm not mistaken, this was your first ASEA incentive trip that you qualified for. It makes sense because unfortunately in the 2 previous years we were unable to travel. But please, first maybe say a couple of words about yourself and then talk about Ascent.
Hi everyone, yes, I am Maria, living in Ireland, originally from Slovakia, but I am speaking Hungarian as well, so I am in Zoltán Varnai's team. I joined ASEA in 2020, and yes, I qualified for Marrakesh as well, but we couldn't go. So that was my first trip, and I had no expectations really, but it was amazing. You know, like I could see the picture. You know, when you advertised it that we are going to Cyprus, and there is a lovely, lovely picture. You know. And all the time when I'm booking like holidays, I am checking other pictures that how it looks in real. But this one, it was in real much better. You know, like it was like a fairy tale. I'm an architect and building engineer, and the building was the most beautiful. Like we were traveling from the airport, we were driving from the airport on a private bus. And when we arrived, it's like a five-star hotel, really. ASEA team was waiting for us. We had a welcome drink. We got many presents like ASEA beach bag. We got like a ASEA hat. And it was very nice. And pool, jacuzzi. In the hotel, there was a sauna, everything, you know. And I am living in Ireland. I'm a single parent, you know. And of course, I have to check all the time that how much costs the holiday and what I am going to do. But here, everything was organized. On the first day, we had a dinner, and there was a list of food, and I thought that okay, this is from where we can choose, but we got all of them. So it was like a 3 starters, 4 mains, and 3 desserts. And we spent their time from 7 o'clock. We started at 7, and I know it was a midnight. And then a waitress was coming to us, and they said that they are closing already. But we had such a wonderful time beside the sea. It was very good. On the second day, we had a training, and we had a guest from ASEA from America, and it was very nice to see Jörg, Scott, and of course like Edward and Ryan there, and we had a training on the second day, and after the training we had a ship, like a cruise ship dinner, and this was, I think, the best, because I went there with my daughter, and she was enjoying it, you know, like she was laughing all the time. On the sea, we could jump into the sea. It was like, I never seen such a blue and such a clean water. She was diving as well day before, and she could see all the corals, and she told me that there were like fishes, like a colorful fishes, not like, I don't know, in Hungary in the sea, you know, but it was very good. Like we had everything programmed, and so everybody was caring about us. On the third day, we had a quad tour. Oh, it was very good. I was driving first time a quad, and we were driving through the island. You know, we stopped once at the Orthodox church. Behind it there was a sea, of course, and we stopped at a very, very nice sea, and there were tortoises. They were telling us, you know, that at the beginning they could survive only 2% of them, and then they started to get people involved, you know, and now 70% of those very rare turtles are surviving at the moment. There are two types. One of them is like 250 kilogram big, and the other type is eating fishes already and can grow up to 500 kilograms. And after the tour, like during the tour, really, we had again, like it was a very beautiful view up to the like a mountain, you know, we were up and we could see everything down, and there were like grapes above us, you know, making the shadow, lot of food, uh, chicken and fruit, and like it was really amazing. Then we went back, and on the one day we had, yes, and on the same day actually we had, I think, or day after, yes, on the when we were on the quad, we had the recognition dinner, and it was like somebody is asking me that what was the best, like the whole lot, you know, and it was amazing, nice area, very good, like very good food, you know, like I am not a big eater, like I am a skinny girl, but what was there, you know, I could eat like what I said from 7 till midnight, and we were eating, and it's like a nice and fresh fruit, and very nice. And on the recognition dinner, you know, we went to again like a luxury hotel, or it was like a golf club, but the restaurant, a beautiful view. We got a nice flower. We got this one. Yes. And yeah, very good program again. I think it was a traditional Greek dance, you know, a group was dancing and singing, and there was a guy putting on his head glasses, you know, and he had about, I don't know, might be 10 glasses and then a bottle on his head, and he was dancing there. So it was very good. Yeah, so the whole lot, and the best of it that we were there as a ASEA family, you know, like from the whole Europe, people who of course qualified for this Cyprus trip. There were French people, Hungarians, some from Romania, you know, Spain, Germany, and everybody was together, and we didn't really have any like a language barrier really. Of course, on the training we had a professional interpreter, so they were transferring for all of us. And but the main thing was that I was feeling that I got more friends, you know, like a real friend. And even the group, you know, it was very good to see people in real, because we knew them already through Zoom. But knowing them, hugging them, and having this experience together, that was the best for us.
Thank you so much. When I look at your face, when I look at your smile, I know that you enjoyed it. It was, of course, my pleasure to be there as well. And one of the things that I noticed is that exactly what you mentioned, that it's one big team, it's one big family. Everyone was so happy to be there and so grateful. And I really appreciate that. What I also want to ask you, because you mentioned you qualified for Marrakesh before, you qualified again. Do you and your teams pay specific attention to these incentives? Are you working towards qualifying, or can you maybe tell a bit about that?
I'm always telling to my team, you know, some of them qualified for Marrakesh, you know, and unfortunately not for Cyprus because they were very hardworking for the Marrakesh, you know. And the first, like this 6 months, was very, very strong. So the next 6 months, you know, for the Cyprus, they couldn't achieve. But of course, I am telling them all the time because it's very good, the knowledge, you know that how you can achieve it. So when they said that 26 days, I knew that what is my PGV3. Of course, I know what is the personal enrollment. So I divided those 20, like what I had, the PGV3, I divided by 26. And I knew that exactly that how many points I have to achieve every single week. So I am telling it to my team all the time, and of course they can ring me and ask me if they don't understand, but I was telling them all the time that you have to achieve that much or
Perfect. And what's even better, now you can talk from experience. You know now what a trip like this means, so you can motivate your team even more. I have to give credit to my colleague Madis, who's organizing these trips. Almost all by herself. Of course, she's working together with agencies on the island, but it was a wonderfully organized event, very well put together. But in the end, the people make the event, and your team and all of the attendees were such a lovely group of people. And I want to go back. So I hope we can motivate everyone to push for the next incentive trip, because there will be another one. I can promise you that. We are already looking at destinations, and it's going to be something special again. And Maria, thank you so much for sharing. I just saw another gentleman joining the call. Zoltan. Zoltan he was unable to qualify for Ascent because he qualified for the legacy trip. However, this gentleman qualified for legacy experience with legendary perks, which means that he had more than 400,000 PGV3 growth during the qualification period, which means that he's also qualified for Diamond Summit and Ascent, and he was lucky enough to join us there. Also, Maria, your team and Zoltan's team, I think that let me do a quick calculations. We had like 35 people from your team. So therefore, I asked Zoltan to join us quickly to share a bit about his experiences as well. But for now, Maria, thank you so much. And I count on you being there for our next incentive trip. I almost wanted to give the destination away that we're thinking of, but I can't do that.
you should. We're gonna be there definitely because we enjoyed so much that I think all people who were there, they gonna be there in the next, because now we know that what we can expect. Like it was amazing. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Well, then we achieved exactly what we wanted to achieve, to motivate everyone to qualify. Zoltan, are you still there?
Yes. Hi, hello, hi everyone. Yeah, I'm here.
So please, Zoltan, if you may share some of your experiences. I of course watched you during the couple of days, how you were living and experiencing an event like this, seeking touch points with your team, still doing team meetings as well. But I want to hear from you. What was your impression of this trip?
So you just mentioned that the people makes this trip really special. So I could go alone with the family, only with Onet. I can go to this resort, but it's a completely different experience when you are with like-minded people, and also when you're with your friends and business partners. So it's really, really special. And Onet mentioned that this trip gave her so much as well, because finally she had really quality time with the business partners. Of course, we meet on Zoom. We spend a lot of time on Zoom together a lot because of the business. But this is completely different when we are in a very, very luxurious environment. And the trip, what was organized, the boat trip, swimming, and the dinner and the sunset, and the quad, the restaurant on the top of the mountains. We were very, very dusty, but it was so good experience. And then I heard from many, the last dinner, the recognition dinner was really outstanding, very, very special. I've been many great events, but that was really, really surprisingly great, well organized. The dance show, so the whole atmosphere was really just unforgettable experience. Of course, we have a lot of photos and videos, so we have memories, but to be there is really is very hard to explain. I would never want to miss this, to stay with the team, spend quality time, have a chat, have a dinner, and all these trips Madis and the whole team organized was really unforgettable. Somebody said that the company and the organizers and you guys, you are so mindful. We had the little bags, little presents, and then also the vibes of you knew that we go to this dusty trip, and then the vibes, very, very mindful. Guys, really, you did a very, very good job. Onet always kept saying that this was unforgettable. It really worth to spend time with you in such an environment. So thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, Zoltan. And I want to share one thing about Zoltan. Sunday was checkout day, but Zoltan decided to stay a day longer, and I had a late flight. So I sat together with him and Annette, and we were already talking about what are we going to do to make sure that even more people will qualify for the next trip, coming up with ideas, how we're going to share information amongst each other. And I think this is so great to see. So thank you for that. And I know that the next qualification period, we will have so many people motivated to qualify, especially when you share the pictures on social media and in your team meetings. And I really advise everyone that was here in Cyprus to do this as much as possible and set targets for yourself. I want to be there, of course, but also how many people from your team do you want to go with you on this next trip? Set clear targets for yourself and your team, and I know that you will be successful. One last thing about Ascent, I would like to share a story that really got to me. I'm grateful about this experience, and I will never forget it. It was also from your team, Zoltan, two ladies. I was talking to Esther by night. She told me a story about a lady from your team. Her name is Christina. She did not qualify for Ascent, was invited as a guest. And this lady is 47 years old, and she had never been on an airplane, and she had never seen the sea before. And to take someone who doesn't have this experience to Cyprus, to experience this with the team, with so many loving people, and to see the sea, to see this beautiful island, do all these wonderful experiences. It really got to me. I told it to everyone here in the office. I told it to my wife when I got home. I will never forget it. And for her, the experience is actually lasting longer because they decided to stay a couple of more days with 6 people from the team, renting a house. And I think this is really, really special, the team building that you're doing. What Maria mentioned, that you could be a team. You have Zoom meetings every week, and multiple days in the week. But to really see each other, especially for you, Maria, originally from Slovakia with the Hungarian roots, living in Ireland, with most of the Hungarians in your team in Hungary, it must have been amazing for you. Zoltan, Maria, thank you so much for sharing this. And let's work together on making sure that you will be there next time. But thank you so much. I mentioned that I wanted to talk briefly about the conference, of course, sharing the dates, the 10th and the 11th of September. I'm mentioning this because ticket sales is going quickly. We only have limited space available, so make sure that you go there, that you secure your ticket, and you do the same for your team. This is going to be a great event. We're expecting at least 1,000 people. Also, a lot of global leaders from all regions are planning to come. So this is going to be the biggest event that we organized in Europe. And before the conference, we have the emerging leader training on the Thursday and the Friday before the emerging leader training. The qualifications period is still running until August 20th. And same approach as the previous ones. What you need to do is to fulfill 2 of the 4 criteria listed on this slide: to generate a minimum enrollment volume of 1,500, be paid at rank directed 700 or higher 50% of the time, which means 13 out of the 26 weeks, successfully finish 2 fast forwards, or be an EMP earner. And this will get you to the get you an invitation to the emerging leader training, which will be 1.5 days of training on the 8th and the 9th. We start at 12 p.m. by the way. So if you are already qualified, we start at 12 p.m. We will run probably until 6 on Thursday, and then a full day on Friday of training. We pretty much have the schedule done now. We will have an expert. We invited an external expert to speak on topics like time management, change management, a wonderful workshop put together. Of course, we will have corporate executives on the Friday speaking to you as well, sharing their best practices, really focused on leadership, what it means to be a leader. Topics like the targeted communication. Of course, you talk differently to an associate than to a customer. More focus on the customer approach. How do you do this? So a wonderful opportunity for you to learn, also to be, again, among like-minded people that have the same goal to build up an ASEA business. And I wanted to emphasize this because the qualification period is still running, but we also did 2 qualification periods before. Couldn't take place because of obvious reasons, but these people are also qualified. So if you qualified before, you are already in. We will send out more communications to everyone when it's time to register for the emerging leader trainings as well. But I do want to show you this overview. These are the people that qualified this year. And again, qualification still runs until mid-August. So Simone Horbach, she was also in Cyprus. She already qualified by fulfilling all 4 criteria, even though you only need 2. And I will not read out all the names on the list, but please, if you're here, you're qualified, you will receive a message from us very shortly announcing that you are qualified. There's also a leaderboard available in the VO where you can check every week if your name is on there. But many qualifiers also from the previous qualification periods. This is going to be a great training that you do not want to miss. If you see if you know that you are qualified, but you don't see a name from someone in your team that you think he or she should qualify, reach out to him again or her again, and make sure that you do everything possible to make sure that they qualify, because this is going to be an amazing training. It's linked to the conference, so just book the 4 days to Budapest. Wonderful, wonderful city. I had the privilege of going there already once this year, and I'm going again in a week and a half. Very much looking forward to it again. And I hope to see many of you at this emerging leader training, but obviously also at our conference. And now it's time for me to hand the word to my lovely colleague, Natalia. She is in charge of the ASEA Europe Beauty Ambassador Program, and it's not June 2nd. Sorry, I did not change that, Natalia. Apologies. But she's here to explain what this is, because this is the first time we are mentioning this on this call or in Europe. So, Natalia, welcome, and how are you?
Thank you, Rainer. I'm fine. And thank you, Maria and Zoltan, by sharing the experience. I had the privilege to meet you during this beautiful trip. It was just really amazing. So thank you for sharing with our other associates. And for me, this is a time to introduce you our new beautiful project. This is, as you know, in September, ASEA Europe launched a new amazing skincare line, Renew Advanced. This skincare system means new products, new formulas, and new packaging. And to make this launch a huge success in Europe, we have created a group of ASEA Europe beauty ambassadors. What does it mean? This is a group of lady European associates, basically, who have been selected accordingly to few criteria. First criteria is to speak English, obviously to be able to be trained and to train after that, be an active associate, and especially be active users of social media, focusing on Instagram and Facebook. So what is the purpose? The purpose of this project is to create an excitement about the new line. So our beauty ambassadors will have the privilege to test Renew Advanced skincare system during summertime, and will create this excitement by sharing the experience on social media, first of all, but also during our next power-up calls in July and in August. So we have just started now. They received their kits. They will start to test, and I'm really looking forward to share our ambassadors' first experience next month with you, and also to meet you in the beautiful city of Budapest in next September to learn more about this. They will be there, of course, to share their own experience, to explain you the products, and also to test with them the new beautiful line. We cannot hear you.
Yeah, I'm talking to my computer that, oh, I am muted. I was, but I'm not anymore. Natalia, thank you very much. I'm very, very excited about the beauty ambassadors, and also to get to know them better on upcoming calls. And exactly what you said, we want to, yes, we don't have the products yet. They have them in the United States. Some would love to see the products right now. I see it as an advantage that we have more time to prepare, so that we know what in the United States is happening with these products, what a great excitement is created. With these beauty experts, we're trying to get a lot of knowledge already into the market. Yes, they speak English, but they are selected from many different countries as well, so that at the conference, we do not cover all languages, but many languages, so you can talk to them, go to them, talk to them about their experiences and learn from them. So I'm really happy that you're putting this together, Natalia. Thank you so much. And definitely looking forward to meeting these ladies on one of the calls. Maybe we can still add a gentleman to this team of beauty ambassadors. I will volunteer. I'm looking very much forward to trying these products because I don't have a kit yet. But thank you for presenting.
As soon as you have it, you will be able to share next time.
Definitely. Thank you, Natalia, for joining. Enjoy the lovely Paris. And I will move over to the next topic, which is, and I mentioned it at the beginning, it's ASEAimpact.eu. Maybe people on the call, if you are familiar with this, can you please put a 1 in the chat? And I'll give you some time. Guys, that's 2, 3. And that's exactly why I wanted to bring this up, because not a lot of people know about this ASEAimpact.eu. You can go to this website, and there you can see a lot of blog posts and articles that, and I'll just show you a couple. These are the 4 of the last articles that were posted on this website by our marketing colleagues. To talk about new things that we're doing at ASEA. Sometimes you hear from leaders. It can be many different articles, but all of these articles are also saved on this website. So you can look back and see an interview with Ellen Noble or learn from Tyler. There are many articles posted on this website, and it's definitely worth looking into it. They are also easy to share. Our marketing department is posting this on the European Facebook page as well when there's a new article. So please have a look at this and share it with your teams, because sometimes we don't know everything, right? Maybe you haven't heard about meeting support. I know that I refresh your memories and are lost power of call, but these articles give you all the information you need to have and know what ASEA Corporate is doing to support you when you want to organize a physical meeting. Very important. Physical meetings, we can do it again. It's been very long, but it's always been a crucial part of our business. So I invite you to join or to have a look every now and then at ASEA Impact. Beautiful article about Budapest, not just the conferences then and then, what I'm saying, but more about the culture of the city, the food, and yeah, just to yeah, give you already a sense what Budapest is all about if you haven't been there. I invite you to have a look at this webpage. And then this one, I presented it last time. For the ones that haven't been on our previous call, we are on WhatsApp. As a corporation, you cannot just send people WhatsApp messages. You need consent first. We want to use this to inform you about incentives. We want to use this for recognition, but we need you to take the first step. You can do that by scanning this QR code and send us the first message. When you scan this, the first message will already, we have pre-programmed the message for you. You can just click on send and then that's it. If you want to send us a different message, feel free to do it, but you need to send us the first one and then we can communicate through WhatsApp with you once you reach a new rank, or to inform you about promotions or incentives or whatever we have going on. I mentioned it at the beginning, it's very nice weather here, but I just want to mention to you that it is going to be a very, very hot summer. I cannot say anything else, but just keep your ears and eyes open for something that's coming that has to do with summer, has to do with incentive, and it's gonna be wonderful. And very excited. So I can't wait to tell you more, but I'm not allowed to just yet. But please keep your eyes and ears open. Thank you so much, Natalia. Thank you so much, Maria and Zoltan, for joining. And of course, thank you so much for all attendees on Zoom or on Facebook joining this power call. And hope to see you next month, July 20th, for our next power call. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the week and see you soon.